All right, we live. We live, live and
Live,
direct. Live and
live and
direct.
direct on the set. Let's get
Yep.
it.
Yo, happy Sunday to y'all. Hope everybody enjoying their Sunday. We had to come on real quick. We had a topic that we want to discuss on this fine Sunday. We definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in to us. You know what I mean? We're gonna get right into it. Shout out to y'all that's coming in the chat. Please make sure y'all like this video. Share this broadcast if you can. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, man. We got a quick one for y'all. Something we just need to talk about. Some real stuff.
Right.
We always got hit y'all with some real topics here and there. You know what I
They
mean? They like to only push bull crap from our demographic,
try
but
to. We're
they
gonna get
tried
it.
to.
Right.
But we gotta come with some real ish.
Right. Before we get into this, yeah, I mean this video is sponsored by 90dayherbals.com. So we right back right after this second 15-second commercial. We right back.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.
All right. All right, we gotta get into it, man. All right, so video resurfaced. This video came out about 30 something years ago of Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy having a conversation on Arsenio Hall's show, right? And you could tell this is like one of them conversations they have as friends in the backdrop, but somehow they end up having this conversation on air. You know what I'm saying, on the Arsenio Hall show. Um, and where Arsenio Hall asked Eddie Murphy about voting. And we thought this is definitely a video that's pertaining to these times that's going on now. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So when I heard the count, because I came across the video and I'm listening to the conversation, I'm like, damn, this sounds like something that's pertaining to now. It always pertaining throughout time. I can't say just now, but throughout time period. I'm like, this
Ever
is
since
real
the
relevant.
so-called democratic system that we
Yeah,
got here in the United States.
right. And now, I guess you could tell by the conversation he had. Arsenio Hall is big on politics, voting, and all that. Eddie Murphy is more so on the spiritual side of things, like vote for what? Like it's kind of like the approach that we be having when it comes to politics. Like we ain't for the Democrats or Republicans. We really don't
Facts.
have no. Yeah, I mean we just straight down the middle. We ain't against people that want to vote and do that and go that route. That's your rights and you have a right to do that. Us more so, or our mindset is more so with the Eddie Murphy approach. So let's go ahead and get into this video, man. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. We just gonna get right into it. You know what I mean, make sure you hit that like button. Let's get it.
Kind of hate politics.
Let me make sure I turn this up. Hold on. Make sure the volume good for y'all.
Yeah, volumes. Yeah, turn it up.
Volume
Yeah,
good.
we can hear it though.
Kind of
Yeah,
hate
yeah, yep,
politics.
Are we good? All right, y'all. Here y'all
yep.
go. All right.
I don't hate politics at all. You don't vote. Yeah, well, I'm just. I have. I have. What's the best way? What's the best way of putting this?
A hate for politics.
No, it's not a hate for politics. It's like I don't remember a time when people were happy in this country, So it's like no, I can't get off. When I feel like somebody is representing me, and I look and say, okay, I'm voting for him because he's gonna do something for me, really for me, then I'll vote. But if it's a question of like, well, I know I'm gonna have a foot in my ass. Who got the smallest feet? I'm not with it.
So when you
No,
look
what size Perot got? Yeah, 'cause I know George Bush wears some 13 triple E. I'm not going all into that.
when you look at Clinton, Bush, and Perot, do you see anybody you have an interest in voting for?
Hey, man, I say my prayers, and I'm a spiritual person. And I'm gonna let God settle all this craziness and all this.
But we can't all do that,
Yeah,
Eddie.
yeah, but that's what I'm doing, man. That's what I'm doing. I think it's a higher power than all of it. I think it's a higher power than government. I think it's a higher power than all of those things. And I've been let down personally. You feel let down, and you feel like you're a victim. I've had all that stuff in my life, And I'm down with that higher power. That's who I give my vote to.
Now you could tell this is one of them conversations they have off air. Like this is like a conversation they would have amongst friends. You know what I'm saying? Like debating back and forth. And it just so happened that they end up on air talking about it like this. And yeah, Eddie said, I mean, if it ain't nobody for me, well, I'm gonna vote for somebody if they not doing anything for me just for the sake of voting. Because it's something, you know what I mean, it's part of America, it's something to do. Nah. That ain't what you do. You don't vote because it's there to vote. You like if this person ain't personally doing something that's gonna help me out, why would I vote for him? You know what I'm
And you
saying?
realize Eddie is choosing his words very wisely.
Facts.
So even though it's a conversation, the conversation they have behind the scenes, him and Arsenio, they more raw. But
Yeah,
on national TV,
they
he
gotta
gotta
dumb
be
it down a little bit
real.
more. Right,
Yeah, he dumbing it down a little bit more, and not just dumbing it down, but it's real live behind the scenes. The
right,
shit he probably be saying about them, like he
right,
probably just go all in, like man, them politicians ain't shit. They don't give a fuck
right,
about
right,
none of behind the
right,
scenes he on that
right.
type kick,
Some
but
shit
on
we be on
TV he
now.
just gotta be
Right.
real. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, yeah.
he gotta tone it down a lot.
Tone it down, right.
Yeah, see, I'm a spiritual person. You think he's saying that to Arsenio behind the scenes?
Hell nah.
He just fuck them devil motherfuckers, them motherfuckers
Right.
bloods. That's how he talking behind the scenes.
Facts.
Them motherfuckers, Satan himself. He say that behind scenes, but
Hmm.
being on television with his influence, he gotta tone it down a little
You
bit.
gotta tone it down a lot. Right.
And yeah, not a little bit, a lot.
A lot.
Facts. I
Right.
agree with that.
All right. So I guess
But isn't that kind of like being a slave on the plantation and just singing and saying, Lord will make a way?
How you figure?
Just sing. And like, Lord will make a way instead of whipping some ass for voting.
But what's that gonna accomplish by whipping some ass and voting?
It will accomplish more than just praying. I think prayer must be accompanied by some kind of action.
Oh, but see, that's if you feel that the government is doing things for you. You feel like the government is helping you out and doing things for you and has your best interest at hand.
That's why I'm going to vote, because I believe.
But have you ever felt like that? Have you ever felt?
I'll just keep voting until I find somebody who has my interest at hand.
Wait now. But who's tripping then? If you just going down in the booth and pulling this lever, and I'm singing, who's tripping? Who's to say what happens when you go pull a lever and they say, oh yeah, we counted the votes and there's this and who knows what goes on, man? You got.
I know, but when,
you
okay.
have nothing. Hey, Chief, you have nothing to do with any of it. Any of it. There's some cats that run this thing. I'm not doing this, and a lot of people are gonna say, oh, he's crazy and rock the vote and all that. But there are a bunch of cats that run this planet, and they just wait on the higher power to handle things. I mean, read your Bible. Read your Bible. Read your Bible. I read Revelations, they ain't say nothing about, thou shalt rock the vote. rock thine right to vote.
I think that's satirically sound, but I really think you got to rethink that concept. Where were you doing the riots? You were out here, right?
I was watching the riots.
Yeah. When you watched that, what did you think?
I was angry, and I was confused, and frustrated. You feel frustrated, because you feel like, I don't know, man. I think the two greatest black minds ever, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, And those brothers passed away. And racism is as prevalent in society now as it's ever been. It's covert now. It's even worse because you don't even know who's who. And we've moved this far. And it's like, it ain't like I'm on the plantation singing like we shall overcome, because it's not like I'm not on that tip. I'm not singing. It's like I know you have to do certain things to be successful in this system, and I know you have to go by the laws and follow all this stuff and work. You can be successful in this system, and turning over an apple cart ain't gonna get you nothing but shot by the powers that be. And people say, oh, he's down, then you be dead. I'm here to make some movies and make people laugh, and God will handle all this madness. He will handle it all. I'm an artist.
We'll be right back with the artists.
Now, my take on this, man, expand on this a little bit more. Now, people go down there and vote every 4 years for these politicians. And look what we into now. The country's out of business. Government shut down. People then lose they for subsidized housing. People lose they EBT, they food stamps and all that. And this is the people y'all voted for. These people up there are playing with your life. They up there playing these politician games, these left and right, Democrat, Republican, blame it on each other games. Meanwhile, it's people gonna be hungry. 40 something million people is gonna be hungry out here. And they're up there playing political games, blaming each other, saying, "Yeah, it's the Democrats. Yeah, they won't. 13 of them won't vote." And it's then they over there saying it's the Republicans. They always want to. It's this type of shit right here. It's not about left and right when there's people lives on the line. People out of work. People ain't receiving certain benefits that just helping them sustain. And then they want to run this play like, oh, it's just black folks out here wanting to be, wanting to use the system and the government and this and it. You got to realize it's a lot more, people that's out here that's working jobs and still get them benefits to sustain themselves because it's not enough.
Hmm.
So these people out here playing politic games while people is gonna be hungry. You know what I mean? But these is the same people y'all
Facts.
going down there voting for every 4 years. They're telling you right here, them people don't give a shit about you. So why are you still going down there to vote? Why? They proving themselves right now that they don't give a shit about you. Because they up there arguing back and forth in the house talking about whether we gonna feed these people or not. They don't give a shit about you. So why are you still going down there and vote? Why are you still supporting these corporations that lobby these politicians that's being put in there? Those politicians in there to protect the special interests of people that's running this damn country. And it ain't the people. So, but y'all sit down there and y'all stand in them long ass lines. Y'all be out there standing in them long lines to go in there and pull, on some damn to go in there and vote for these people that's showing you their ass right now. Look at them. They up there y'all showing y'all their ass right now. I'm more on the Eddie tip. Listen, man, these people are gonna do
Yeah,
whatever
I
they're gonna
agree.
do.
I agree. Eddie's argument aged well.
Yeah,
Arsenio's not so much because Arsenio was saying, I just keep voting and voting until we find the right one. This
mm-mm.
came out in
That's
33 years ago.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We 33 years later and they still haven't found the one.
yeah.
And
It's
it's been
dangerous.
Republican, Democrat, Democrat, Republican, Republican, Democrat. It's been going back and forth and the country still effed up.
Right.
So
Even worse.
yeah, Eddie
Yeah,
shit basically aged well compared to Arsenio's argument. Yeah, as we can see around us. And this ain't no theory, this ain't no, you know what I'm saying? None of that. This is straight facts, the straight reality, the reality of it. There's been both Democrats and Republicans in the office, in the Oval Office, in the Senate, all that shit. State representatives, none of it mattered. We still in the same position that we've been in, even worse than we
even
was
worse, bro.
33 years ago
Country's
when
out of business.
Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy had this conversation.
Right.
So you see, things didn't change because we're still having this conversation 33 years later. And
Yeah.
Arsenio said we just keep voting until we find the one. Well, 33 years later, forward to the future, where we at right now, the
I,
nigga still
I,
didn't show up yet.
I
Like,
would
and
like to
they're
ask
not going to
Arsenio,
show
right?
up. Things
Facts.
are just going to keep getting worse because both sides are in it. You know what I mean? Are basically in cahoots. Both sides are in cahoots. They make us believe that they're divided, so we could just
Mhm.
be divided. But really, they're being told to basically keep the government shut down because it's just a game from the beginning. It's just political theater and games. That's
Right.
all they do. Like they own everything, so they just like playing Monopoly with us.
Facts. Let me read
Like
y'all
that.
something
That's
this nigga
that's the
Trump said.
crazy thing. That's what we're going through right now. So and they just tell us that there's a Democrat and a Republican when really it's the same party.
Facts.
They only disagree when it benefits the people who's really running things. And it's not the people that they show us. It's not the people who's running things is never the people that they put in front of our faces. So that's another thing. So you could vote and vote all day. You're gonna vote for the people that they're really working for. And like you
Yeah.
said earlier, Jr., the lobbyists, the corporations and the banks that's lobbying these politicians and everything else.
Now they have
Like
a
all that stuff is
right.
already paid for. Congress is paid for.
Yeah.
The Senate is paid for. The Oval Office is paid for. Like everything can be bought, even offices in the United States, because United States is technically a corporation.
Exactly.
So I mean, if you really wanna go there about what side is gonna make it better, my Democratic side or my Republican side, there ain't no two sides. It's all part of one body.
This right here should prove. This right here prove as an example of what we talking about, what we've been speaking about. This right here is showing you that left and right shit is bullshit. Because there are people that's gonna be hungry as shit for the rest of November. And
Right,
you know what I mean? And they're saying it's a left and right thing. They up there arguing back and forth
right.
on voting whether millions of people eat or not. This should show people that we can't even depend on the motherfucking government. This right here is a prime example of why we can't depend on the motherfuckers, yo. But people only support these goddamn corporations because that's what being pushed in their face 24/7. So people are going to support these corporations more than they support their own local businesses. The local businesses in your area deserve your dollar, not these corporations. Look how they acting. Look how these corporations, and they don't do nothing but feed y'all poison at the end of the day. Feed you shit. Low quality ass products at the end of the day. Meanwhile, mom and
High
pop,
prices.
yeah, meanwhile, local farms and local farmer markets and shit like that is struggling right now because the money is not circulating to them because we giving it all to the goddamn corporations. And Trump up there saying he don't know if it's the law or not, whether he able to tap into the contingency fund that's over $5 billion. Nigga, you the president, dumbass. You write executive orders for every damn thing else. You giving money to Israel and goddamn Ukraine and all these people. You mean to tell me you can't tap into that $5 billion contingency fund to feed the people of America, the people that voted your stupid ass in? That this is prime example of why y'all gotta wake up, man. They're giving y'all ass. They giving y'all the ass to kiss, and y'all still going down there voting for these cock. I don't even want to say
Well,
that.
Trump is just an actor though.
We know he's an
He
actor.
he like every president who's stepping that Oval Office, y'all gotta understand these are paid actors. They're given the script, they given what to say and a teleprompter. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And we have to start realizing that there ain't no left and no right.
There's no left and right, bro.
There's no left and no right, y'all. It's all a game to them. It's like wrestling to them. They work together behind the scenes, but when they go step in front of the cameras, political theater, they act like they hate each other and they not disagreeing with anything. But really, they all just going by a script. That's what we have to understand. That's the reality of this. And some people don't want to face that reality. You got people out here that really think that the Democrats is beefing with the Republicans, and that's why the government shutdown is still continuing. And that's not even the truth.
That's far from the truth.
That's far from the truth. Both sides are controlled. Because to tell you the truth, what dictates this economy and everything is really all of the Fed interest rates based on every dollar that they loan to the U.S. government from the central bank, and it got interest on it. So whether they raise the interest or lower the interest,
Lord, that's right.
that's what determine the economy. It ain't the
Mm-hmm.
president. The president don't determine the economy.
Damn sure don't.
The president don't have shit to do with the economy. The central banks does because
Facts.
they the ones that charge interest on every dollar that's loaned to the United States government.
Yup.
Because that's the contract that they got us in.
And we've been in this contract since
Yeah, like people
1913.
got just gotta
Since
see the
19,
action, and that's the actual fact right there.
we've been in this contract since 1913, man.
Yeah,
Woodrow Wilson, dumbass. Right.
that's what dictates the economy. It ain't the president.
Mm-hmm.
People saying, "Oh, the prices of the food is up since when Trump got in there." The price of
Mm-mm.
the food was up when Biden was in there. The
Yeah,
price
that
of the
that
food
doesn't
was up.
dictate that. Right.
Yeah, the price of the food's always been going up.
It's the interest that
It's always been going up because our money is devaluing. The more
facts.
money we borrow and the more money we print, that's
The
the
more
less
weakens the
valuable
dollar.
the money is. Like that's the reality. It's not even this is not no theory. This ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? This is
Uh,
literally facts. The money is devaluing. That's why
Facts.
prices are going up. The United States dollar is not strong anymore.
And
It's been borrowed against so
so
many
many times,
times,
yeah, over the
and
years, yeah,
and the interest rates ran up to 38 trillion.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? So the
Man,
interest
copper
rate
pennies is worth more than the American dollar right now.
ran the debt up to 38 trillion. So that goes to show you that the type of overspending that the government does to the point that we at 38 trillion.
All right, man,
And then
real
the manipulation of the interest rates of basically paying back every
every interest, yeah,
cents
the
on a
interest,
dollar that you loan.
yeah, and the interest rates is high as shit right now
Right.
on the money that's being borrowed against, yeah,
And the
and you know
economy
that
always does
is
better
funny,
when they
yeah,
lower the interest rates.
and
That's what they be looking for. They be seeing when the banks is going to lower the interest rates. And then
facts,
that's when the economy start doing good again.
yeah,
Like for those of y'all paying attention, y'all know what I'm talking about.
right.
So it ain't got nothing to do with what Trump say or Biden say or Bush said or Clinton said or Obama said. It don't matter what any of them said. It's
Oh,
about
what's up,
that
Earth Day?
$38 trillion debt that's hanging over our head.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's why I'm be like, that's why I'm looking at all this shit that's transpiring out here, and I'm just looking around and seeing what's going on, and I'm like, yo, these people are insane. These people are insane right now to be up there bickering back and forth, trying to come to an agreement on whether millions of people eat or not. And this all
Yeah,
done by design. We need y'all to know that
right.
it's all done by design right now. They need because we're going into a whole new financial system.
Facts.
Now they already passed
Facts.
certain acts up there already. It's another act that they're trying to pass now so they can get regulations on the new financial system. Because that it's right now it's all about how it's going to be regulated.
Right.
You know what I mean? So how our government is going to regulate. Right now, there's a lot of other countries that's ahead of us right now as far as this new system because they figured it out. They figured out how they was going to be able to regulate it and how it's being implemented into their financial system right now. America's kind of behind in that, and it's done for a certain reason. But yeah, I mean that's a whole nother live stream talking about that. But like we said, these dealing with this left and right politic games that they playing up there amongst the people. You know what I mean? Amongst the people and shit. This is not it. That's why I'm glad this video resurfaced with Eddie and because this is type conversations that people need to really be having. This the real conversations right here that people need to be talking about. Like, is it really worth still going to vote for these people at a time like where they at a time like this where they showing you exactly how they really think about about the people. You know what I'm saying? So they don't care about it ain't about the people with them. When it comes to them, they don't care about the people. You just another number. That's it. You just another number. Cattle
And the money is only real to up to the
to the
lower level.
to the slave.
The ones that they call the slaves or the bottom feeders or the I mean they call it slaves and bottom feeders and all types of shit like that. Useless eaters, that's another one they like to use. Cattle, useless eaters. That's the type. And you gotta think about it. So they they created these classes out of this fake money that they got going around. See,
Right.
it's only real to us, but they can create infinite numbers of it to the point they're able to run the debt up to 38 trillion. Who would keep loaning someone money and letting them run the debt up that high? Only another scam artist would. They just using that debt and saying that it's actual money when it's not.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, so you gotta think about how in the hell did they get to a $38 trillion debt? Now that's more than one presidency right there. That debt clock is going up.
Yeah, that clock. I'm looking at it now. That clock is off the Richter scale. That shit is off the Richter scale, bro. Like, how far you can even, how much more you can even go in debt? It's at 38 trillion, bro. How far can you even go in debt, man? Like,
Yeah, that don't make no sense,
with
right?
that's probably at this point. So yeah, they will have to switch to a new financial system. And what they want to do, they want to try to put the whole debt on the blockchain anyway. They want to try to put this whole debt. They
Yeah.
want to try to put this whole debt on that. So
That'll be the great reset right there.
yeah,
That's another
right.
whole live stream.
Yeah. See, this is the type of conversations need to be had. I know a lot of people like to tune into the mess because that's the entertainment.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
against people getting their entertainment value.
Yeah, yeah, there ain't nothing wrong
Other
with
day,
that.
ain't not a little dose of entertainment with the little mess or whatever. But you gotta also get the other side too. Don't be oblivious to what's going on. Don't be ignorant. Don't be lost. Don't be left in the dark. Don't be left behind. You got to know what's going
Left
on
in the
out here
dark
too. Yeah,
because ignorance is bliss.
ignorance is
That's
very
why
bliss.
ignorance is bliss.
Yeah,
You could just be ignorant and say that this certain Democratic or Republican party did it, not realizing it's people that's controlling both sides and they just working off of what they tell them to do.
facts.
It's all an act in the first place. It's all an act to keep us entertained while they basically steal the wealth.
Yeah,
Because that's what's basically happening.
exactly.
We in a contract with an entity that just loans us infinite amount of money to the point we at $38 trillion in debt. Because how do you even get to $38 trillion in debt? That means the U.S. never been paying their bills.
Never, never, bro.
That means that the United States, if we in $38 trillion of debt, that means that the United States is not paying its bills anyway.
Yeah, facts. That should show
Like
you right.
y'all have to see the logic, and that's facts right there, because that's not theory, that's not no conspiracy theory, none of that shit. That's actual like reality. To be $38 trillion in debt,
38
which
trillion.
means people would just keep letting you just run up the services and do all this, and you ain't paying them nothing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and
So
that
that's been going
whew,
on for a long time, no matter who's in office. So I agree with Eddie is saying, because it don't
facts,
matter who's in office, people still ain't gonna be happy.
facts. Because
And
look, we're always in
everybody's gonna
debt.
keep blaming each other's side. No, it's your political party. No, it's your political party. And the reality is, it's both political parties. You know what I'm saying? Neither side is wrong or right. Yep, that's the thing.
Damn.
They're both equally effing up the country, and that's what we're trying to tell everybody. That's why, and we saying like, if you want to vote, that's your thing. We're not against people actually voting, but we telling you that it's probably not going to mean anything. And that's what Eddie is saying. And Eddie is just saying that he's more spiritual and he think that God is going to handle it. And
Hey,
that's how I feel. I feel like, yeah,
yeah,
it's a big picture that we all can't see as humans.
yeah. And the thing is, we have to still put in our work because work,
Right.
we know work without faith is dead. So we still have to play our part as characters here on this earth in this one big script. We have to still play our part
Facts.
as the actors on on this in this script. So
That's
regardless,
why it's called
it was
scriptures.
yeah, it was written. It was already written. This is already written. So all we doing is playing it out. If once you come to that
Facts.
understanding, when you come, I mean, being a human is hard as hell. I ain't gonna doubt that. But when you get to a certain level of understanding, you it kind of gives you, you know, the satisfaction of I know I'm not in control of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not in
Facts.
control of it, but there are things they will still have control over, and that's really the thing that um, the simple things of life. For tell you the truth. So I mean, the larger things in life, you don't really have no control over that.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? So what can you really do about it? All you could do is be the individual and do what you're supposed to do Yeah, I mean, and hopefully that could
to the
that
best of
could
your
yeah,
abilities, right?
and that right, and that contributes to the larger and the greater good of things. You know what I'm saying?
But some people feel like doing their part is voting.
I mean, if
That
you
and that's
feel that,
all. And some
listen,
people think that's all they have to do.
yeah,
So
and
it's
if
the
you feel
same.
that
It's the
way,
same with both sides. It's the same with both sides because on the other side, you like, you know what I'm saying? Even though you got faith in God or whatever, or
yeah,
the big picture, you still got to put in the work.
yeah,
But on the other side, it's the same thing. You can't just vote for people to change things and don't do nothing yourself to change things.
and that's the thing you have to do. See, that's where. All right, I would like to ask Arsenio, like I want to know his take on it now, since this episode he had a Arsenio a Hall show with him and Eddie having that discussion. I would like to think, I would like to know his thought process on it now, because I know his thought process can't be the same as it was then. It can't be.
If
There's
it
too
is,
much time.
somebody giving his ass a check.
Facts, facts, facts,
If it is the same, he's
facts,
definitely getting a check because you gotta be
facts,
completely blind not to see what's going on these days.
facts. I'm like, no way in the world this brother mindset is still the same as it was 30 something plus years ago.
Right.
Seeing all that took place and transpired between this time and now. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? No way in the world. Yo, make sure
And
y'all
after
make
that
sure.
COVID shit that happened, nobody should.
Oh, especially
No,
that.
yeah, nobody should be looking at this the same before that. We should all know something is fishy going on here.
Hmm.
Y'all know something fishy going on out here. No matter
Fact.
who you voting for, no matter who's in office, shit still look fishy.
Smell fishy and look fishy.
Yeah, that's what we try. Yeah, and who could deny that? Like we've been voting for years now. When did they start allowing niggas to vote? You know what I'm saying? Have anything changed since then? Any real change?
Right.
Like people are still unhappy because the problem is people ain't happy within themselves. And the
Yeah, that
collective,
yeah,
and that
right.
basically that's what's being expressed in the world right now.
Yeah,
Of a lot of people just not happy within themselves. So they express that. You know how like they say misery love company.
right.
So a lot of times it's the masses, but the masses is what creates the government. The
Yeah,
government
collective.
is made up of the
Yeah,
masses.
facts. The collective
Yeah. So that's just they're just are the people that we so called voting for allowing to take power.
is a reflection
It's just a reflection.
of the yeah, it's the reflection of how the
Yeah, it's the reflection
population is.
of the general public for us to even allow those type of people to rule us.
And the thing about it, it's not. i- If you look at how some other countries are right now, and when they have, their general public have a disagreement with their parliament, or s- you see a lot of them, they just overthrow their government. They really do.
Yeah,
Like the
that
thing that's
happens a
happening
lot.
in France,
Majority
right?
of the time.
Yeah, like the stuff that's happening in France. They're like them people overthrow their government. For some
Yeah.
reason, here we get passive about things. Like we don't take it as serious. You know what I mean? Because this type of situation now, where 40 something million Americans is not going to eat for the month. This the type of shit right here where this would be a situation where the people should be overthrowing the government.
And you could
I
do it
mean,
without violence.
yeah, you could do it without violence.
Intelligence just say we just go on
Facts.
a halt. Nobody
Right.
do anything for
Nobody
any
do
and
anything.
let their corporations and stuff collapse. And we just
Yeah,
only support and we only just support local businesses.
right. What
That's
I
it.
post on
Just
the
don't
community
support
board.
corporations anymore. Because corporations and the government is in cahoots. That's why the corporations who I mean who is in the club, they never
Mhm.
fail
Right.
because they got infinite money to work with because the people that's backing them.
Facts. Y'all hit this link. This what I posted on the community board on the Night and Day Network LLC. I said they can't. Well, this has been passed around by a lot of people. Said they cancel y'all stamps, right? You want to know how to get your lick back, cancel Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and Christmas. Y'all see how bad we crippled the target. Says turn that shit up now. Stop being so scary and stand up for something. That was the post that I posted on the community tab. And more so, you should support your local businesses. F If you're going to spend money after corporations, go spend it with your local, the people in your local area. You know what I'm saying? Uplift them. F all these corporations, because like we said, the corporations is what lobby these politicians. I mean, politricstons.
Well, it'd be a revolving door. Like these people be
Yeah.
business execs that own big, large companies, but then they have a family member that's in politics, and it's really they just,
Hmm.
yeah, I mean,
Right.
doing each other favors all day to the
Yep.
point there's a big ass conflict of interest. Then now it's just like the corporations is running the government, but they all into cahoots
All
together. So the
cahoots. Right.
corporations are is the government.
Right.
That, and we're not seeing that because they in front of us on the camera they make it look like they're against each other. You know what I mean? Oh, that you're a Democrat, I'm a Republican. We're going to automatically disagree. Do you know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's all a game right there,
Yeah. That
just for
keep
us.
the separate. Yeah. To keep the
That's
separatism
just to
going.
keep us divided amongst each other. But
Yep.
to them, it's just a game, and they running a script. So they like, oh yeah, we gonna disagree about this, but we gonna agree
Right.
about this.
Facts. Now they got
Like
midterm.
they make those decisions not based off of how we feel about it. They make
Right.
those decisions based off of the type checks and the type control, Epstein type control that
Fact.
people have over them. If
So
y'all
they
know what
really.
I'm saying.
Right. So they really think people really supposed to take part in these midterm elections when the government is shut down and they didn't cut off millions of people are eating. And they think people still supposed to partake in midterm elections coming up. Man, y'all y'all goddamn mind if y'all partake in that. Y'all crazy. At a
Don't
time
let
like
them.
this, though. Now, like I said, people could
People
be
had
all
a
for.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
people
people
had a
will
right.
all
I ain't
vote.
against people doing it.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. People want to vote and all that. Like you said, we ain't against people doing all that, but
Mm.
at a time like this where this type of situation is happening, and they really think they supposed to get the people's support, yeah, and nobody else is getting. People ain't getting really nothing out of it. The country's still gonna be shut down.
Hmm.
Still gonna be out of business. The debt clock is constantly running up, constantly.
Yep.
But they really think people supposed to partake in midterm elections. Y'all crazy, man. And this
38 trillion is just that's out of
that's
this world.
yeah, that there's no way
38
in the world
a
that could be paid
38
back.
trillion dollar debt. Like you
That
can't most of
yeah,
us can't even fathom the type of numbers 38 trillion is.
right.
That means that America never paid its bills.
Never.
Never, ever.
Nope.
38 trillion means we ain't paying you nothing.
Nope.
We're gonna do what we want to do, when we want to do it, and how we want
Yeah,
to do it, and we ain't gonna pay nothing.
it's a
And they
mafia
like, oh yeah,
mindset.
you could do
Yeah.
that. That's just gonna charge you extra. We just gonna charge you extra interest rates to do it, and we just rule you that way through debt.
Yep.
So the people who got the United States $38 trillion in debt, they the ones that's ruling America right now.
And they basically leveraged us off as collateral. Slave labor. Yeah, they leveraged the people off as collateral, bro.
There you go.
They-
And that's the system we got today.
yeah. Yo, this
Whether
is
you a
crazy.
Democrat or Republican, the reality is that's our reality, no matter what political party you are. And that's
Ooh,
what we're trying to get through to you. Everybody knows money really runs the show.
yeah.
And the
At the
ones
end of
who's
the day, right?
creating the money, whether it's out of debt or whatever else, how they create it,
They run the
generate it,
show.
they the ones that run the show.
Going to the show.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just reality. Like it's like that's not even no conspiracy type thing. Like, no, who could just deny that? Who could deny and say money ain't running the show? People buy themselves. Look at Trump for example. Look how rich he could buy himself out of trouble at any time.
Right.
But he ain't even got to do that now because he's the president and he automatically got immunity.
One of the famous
And his
Rothschild
family
quotes.
got immunity.
One of the famous Rothschild quotes. Whoever control the money, who cares who make they laws. That means they above the
Even
law because
even
we
when
run.
Biden and his son was in there, they had immunity. So it's the same. I see the same
Yeah, right,
thing, the
right.
same toxic stuff that they said that happened in the Trump administration that happened in the Biden administration too. Like all the toxicity that comes out of all these different administrations, it's all the same, whether they Democrat or Republican. They all do the same shit. That's why we leaning more towards what Eddie is saying, because it's like we seen both parties in there, and we seen how they act in there and the things that they do. Like, it's transparent. You know them by their fruits, and technically they never did shit for anybody. All they do is take, 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 take.
Take anything they wish.
Yeah, facts. That's all they do. Take, 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 take.
Well, people need to
You get
start taking
taxed
their
for
own.
you get taxed for everything. Like, how you $38 trillion in debt and you tax us for everything? Like, where's all that money going? Like, you gotta pay taxes on taxes on your paycheck, taxes on your food, taxes on paying your utility bills,
Taxes on your land.
taxes on your land. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You're getting taxed for everything. Tax for the gas. Tax for, you know what I mean? You got some states, you got to get your car inspected and all that shit. Extra tax on that.
Yeah,
Extra
sales tax and
fees.
all that, right?
Sales tax. All these different kinds of taxes. So they getting all this bread, and we still $38 trillion in debt. So where the hell all the money's going?
Yo, that's a crazy ass system where they
I
taxing the
don't get
people
it.
out of kazoo, and the debt's still going up. The debt ain't
And
even
both the
being paid back.
Democrat and the Republican Party are both guilty. So who's left to vote for?
Like we said at the end, the money runs everything. Like we said at the end of the day, and we 38 trillion debt, and we still got two political parties putting on the show for us.
And Eddie and Arsenio Hall was talking about the same thing we're talking about now,
Yep,
33 years ago.
33 years ago, and the debt clock was still going up from then.
The debt clock was in the trillions then.
Right, debt clock was in the trillions then, bro.
Do y'all understand what's going on?
Hey man, we gonna let y'all figure it out, man. We just hey man, we just the messengers, man. Don't
And
shoot the
I'm not
messengers.
against people. We're not against people voting. Y'all can vote for whoever y'all want. We just telling y'all the reality of it when you vote. Of like where your vote probably going. Do your vote really matter anymore? And we just judging by all these years that we had to observe this. No, your vote don't really matter. The ones who's running this country is going to do what they going to do regardless of what you say or who you vote for. That's basically the message that we've been getting for decades now. Shit, you can say centuries. Tell you the truth. What are we seeing? What is the reality of it? The reality is it ain't one political party that's effing up the country. It's not one organization that's effing up the world. It's damn near all of them. Because there's corruption in every organization around us now. Every government, every corporate entity, every religion, every social structure got corruption in it. Shit, we F around and corrupted all our ways. Now everything is a scam now. Our way of life is a scam now. If you think about it, we get charged for everything. Every little thing we do, we get charged for.
Yeah. And the thing about it, it's hard to run a business right now. Like us right now, like we running our business right now, and right now the country's on a down slope right now. Like the graph is down right now. So
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, the graph is down.
Everybody's feeling it right now. And
Yeah,
people claiming that they not feeling it right now, they lying.
they lying. They delusional. They delusional as hell. They definitely ain't in reality, bro. Cause we
Hell
we
to the
know,
no.
like you ain't no way in the world you could live in this economy right now and say you doing well
Right.
like you were, you know what I mean, years ago. Yeah, I mean,
It's a
just three,
small
4 years
select few
ago.
that can do that right now.
Right.
It's a very small select few
Facts.
compared to the grand scheme of things. Compared to the whole globe, it's always been like that.
Yeah, yeah. But well, shit. But when that boom happened, whew, when that boom happened, we know because the country always it goes through that period of time, and then that boom happened, and then it just everything shoots up.
Well, what they got us with is something called convenience.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they made us pay big time for these so-called conveniences. Oh, you don't want to process, you don't want to raise your own cows and grow your own fruits and vegetables. We take care of that for you at the grocery store. So they create a whole bunch of grocery stores when people back in the day was just homesteading and growing their own fruits and
All these
vegetables
foods
and
and
growing
vegetables.
it, yup, processing their own animals. Some people hunt,
Yep.
some people farm, but they try to move us away from that because they want control, but they do it in the name of convenience. And so we're being taken down by convenience and consumerism.
Yep.
That's what's draining us as at the world basically, but more so westernized world, like the United States and England. You know what I mean? The westernized world is definitely consumed by consumerism and convenience. A lot of us, we don't see the world that way. We just because we was born in it. We like, well, what do you do if you don't have any grocery stores? You're like, well, in the 30s and 40s, a lot more people had their own land
They
and
had
they was
their own
homesteading.
facts.
Yeah,
Right.
but when they brought in the whole suburban lifestyle and American dream, they sold us that, and these convenience we got sold. But now we have to pay for convenience. It's
Big time.
becoming very costly to
Big
be
time.
convenient. Now you got to work extra hard in their factories, and you can't even afford the shit that they selling in the factories. You working to produce products that you can't even afford yourself. You see, that's the slump that we running into. That's called slavery, and they give us just enough to where we always have to come back. Like
Yeah, y'all like this video.
that's a perfect system of slavery where the people don't even realize they're slaves. And when they
Right.
tax us for everything, that means they get a majority of our money back. So we're
Yeah.
basically we putting the money out today into they corporations, and we got to pay the tax on that. So it's going all back to the same entity that's that basically prints the money up out of thin air. You see how it's one big scam.
It's the pyramid scheme.
Yeah, this is one big scam, y'all.
The pyramid scheme.
That's why every industry is built on the same scam. That's why everything is corrupt. That's why we're
Well,
like, yeah, money do basically rule everything around us because rich people seem to be able to get away with just about any old thing if they got the right money, if they got the right amount of money
well,
and the right political ties.
all right. Now that artificial intelligence, boy, is running all this shit.
All right. Yeah, so this everything has been fishy no matter who's in office. So we are see a lot of people. Oh, y'all got the problem. What's the solution? The solution is to stop supporting these big corporations and everything. Start supporting people from your community that got businesses. Start
That's a fact.
supporting the more going to the moms and pop shops and going to the farmers markets and shit like that, rather
Right.
than going to Target and Walmart all the time.
Support
Try to
the
spend your money to where people from your community got their own businesses. So you'll see flea
right.
markets, farmers markets, and farmers markets. Why wouldn't you want to go there? That's where you get all the fresh food at. Like everybody got a farmers market in their area. All you need to do is chat GPT or Google
Farms markets in your
farmers
area,
markets in my
or
area.
butchers, meat
Or
butchers in your
yep,
area,
butchers,
or
yep.
a person that make just products. Period. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like you gotta start supporting the people that's in your community. And
And
I ain't
that will
talking about
basically
not
cripple
yeah,
the system right there.
because it's no way that we can continue on this way and just think everything is going to be hunky dory because it's not. You see, things is getting worse by the day. I
It
mean,
is.
The whole country is out of order right now. This shit is out of order, bro. It's out of order right now.
But it's always been like that.
Yeah, it's always been like
It's
that, right?
always been like that
But
because
it, but but they ain't. It wasn't this to the point where this is the first time you ever seen 40 plus million people not, that depend on a part of the system not get it at all. That's crazy, bro. We ain't never had that. Just think about throughout the years in our
well,
lifetime. We
we
ain't,
haven't had that since probably since in our generations,
yeah, in our
but it has
generation,
happened in past generations.
right? Yeah,
Shit, nobody wasn't getting no government assistance when the
system.
Great Depression, all that shit was going. People wasn't getting no money, no free nothing around that
Yeah, no,
time.
they had subsidizing
Commu-
that for
they had
but it was
community
more so,
gardens and shit
yeah,
like that though.
right.
Like everybody with a piece of land grow something and we put something in the pot. They had more shit like that.
No, they did have some type of welfare system set up, but it was mainly for certain communities that was using it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they had a welfare system set up then that
Nah, but
actually,
it wasn't like how it is
yeah, not
now. Is
like
what
now,
we
no,
saying.
not like with the EBT and all that, but it was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's what we're saying. Yeah,
yeah,
another, and everybody wasn't on it then, because a lot of
nah,
people chose not to be, because a lot of
yeah,
people at that
facts.
time didn't trust the government. They like we rather just grow our own shit
For your own
and try to
shit,
make
facts.
do.
And
Yeah,
it
that's
was more
yeah.
so the
But
people doing that.
nowadays, more people believe in the gut because all the
And
glamour is
then
through the
we gave up our
corporation and
convenience.
all that shit
And we
basically
gave up
changed the
our
mindset of people. People became more about consuming
yeah,
rather
we
than
gave up our
producing the shit
convenience too.
themselves.
Yeah, we gave up our convenience. I mean, we basically depended more on, because when they start the industrial complex and mass producing a lot of shit, that cut out people from really making their own shit. It basically cut those people out, because now you have these corporations that's mass producing the shit now, and people was gearing more towards that rather than, you know uh people making it themselves and shit. You have more people making things themselves rather than corporations come along and mass producing shit.
Right.
Now it's just we 100% independence when it comes to that shit. Now these corporations,
And mass producing this will F the world up.
it messed it up, bro. Mass production
Because
fucked
mass
everything
production
up.
always have a ill effect on the environment.
Yep,
In order to mass produce things, you're mass producing more than you actually need, and it's actually burning resources faster than it have to, and it's poisoning the environment because the way you're producing the
yeah,
products,
right,
you're doing it in a chemical way, and you got to do it like that because you need the speed,
yeah, facts.
and you need to make the money back. And
Yep, gotta
it's a
process it.
market,
Yep,
it's a marketplace on steroids basically.
right. Yep, supply and demand.
Yep. Marketplace on steroids because you gotta mass produce everything.
Supply and
And that
demand.
actually destroys the planet, man.
It
That's
destroyed
what
you, bro. Cause
destroys the
that,
planet. The corporations are destroying the planet. They talking about all the climate change and all. It talking about farms and shit is causing climate change and all, and causing
right.
toxicity and carbon, man, and leaving big carbon footprints. It's all these damn factories that's doing all of that. It ain't the farmland. It's all these goddamn
Yeah,
factories.
because farmland been around forever, so it wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, that ain't,
farmland is
yeah,
nature itself.
yeah.
Why is
You gotta,
farmland
right.
being going to be harmful to the environment when that's nature itself? It's the shit
Yeah,
that don't
right.
belong in the environment that's poisoning it.
Yeah, because you have to look at the times of before and after, the after effects. So you have to look at the times where it wasn't all this industrialized mass production. How was society then versus how society is now with the mass production and supply and demand? And yeah, I mean, look how on a downslope it is. It's more
Yeah,
people with cancer, it's more people with
facts.
all these different illnesses because of this mass production. Now versus then where it wasn't no mass production, people was eating more so from the land.
Yep,
Yeah, I mean, people was more healthier. People wasn't coming with all these different illnesses that's unheard of. We A
facts.
lot of these illnesses, we ain't hearing none of these a lot of these illnesses until you know what I mean, until the recent 50, 40 years, 50 years. You know what I'm saying? They didn't, a lot of these illnesses just popped up because of this, a lot of the chemical waste, chemical,
Right.
you know what I mean? Now that's causing disease. We didn't, a lot of this shit we ain't hear of, it wasn't, in effect then because we didn't have it. It wasn't all this industrialized mass production and all that. So
Right.
that tells you right there what's the problem. That tells you right there versus society then versus how society is now. If you compare the two, then you can actually see where we went wrong at. This is we can actually see right there where we went wrong at. And the only way we're gonna be able to fix the problem if we get back to, living off the land, living off the you know, the natural way of life, the more natural way of life, and not all this mass producing, all this mass production and shit. But yeah, man, this live stream, we had definitely had to come on here with this one, man. We don't go live much often, as we should. But when we do come on here, we got a lot of shit to say. You know what I'm saying? And
Facts.
a lot of things that need to be brought to our attention, and a lot of things we need to, you know, keep our minds and our mindset and our hearts on what's really going on, and stay on our shit, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Y'all get sucked up into all this madness out here. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of madness going on, so
Don't get
just trying to
distracted
maintain.
by it.
Yeah, just
Don't get
maintain.
distracted by all the madness that's going on. Sometimes you just gotta go within and center yourself, and then see things for what they are. Don't delude yourself. Don't be delusional about anything. Just be 100% real with yourself and 100% real with the reality around you.
Facts.
No more lying to yourself or wearing a mask out here. Let's
Right.
just be real and call things what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta work on yourself, work on your own household. Then you can bring what you then you can bring the rest of the community. First work on yourself, then your own household, then the community. And we're out.
We're out.
And then you can't worry about all the rest of the world because everybody else got to do their part. You only got to do your part.
Facts. Yeah, you're responsible for uh other people's you know, you just gotta worry about you and your
Your part.
surroundings. Yeah, that's it.
At the end of the day, that's what it's really about, doing your part. Whether you feel like it's letting the most high do it and doing things, you know what I mean, influencing people another way, or you feel like voting is what you want to do. Yeah, I mean, you feel like you can make a change, but you still got to put in work with that. You can't just vote and then go sit down and say my favorite politician is going to
Just
handle it
gonna
for
take
me.
care of it, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that
you got to
don't.
still put in the work. You know what I mean, to be the change you want to see. So that's what everybody. That's both Eddie's side and Arsenio's side. No matter
Right.
what you know what I'm saying, both sides still need that extra element.
That's a
What you
fact.
gonna do with it? And like we said, man, we definitely want to thank y'all for tuning in. We got the our herbal shop, Night and Day Herbal Shop. That's what sponsors this. So man, we want to give a shout out to all of y'all who've been supporting. We've been getting y'all orders out. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So we know the economy is hard right now. That's why we try to do a lot of discounts for y'all. But for those of y'all who've been shopping with us, y'all know that we good for what we do. You know what I mean? We've been at it
Facts.
for what, 7 years now.
Yeah.
So a lot of people swear by us right now because we definitely have been you know creating quality products, not mass produced. A lot of we create our own products and we work with other people who create their own products.
Facts.
And just the quality is always better. The quality is always better because when they mass produce things, they have to put a lot of unnatural things in it to mass produce it because mass producing is not something that we're supposed to be doing. Nature already does that for us.
Right. Facts.
And it produces enough for everybody. But when they mass produce in the way that they do, that's unethical, number one. You know what I mean? And it's not good for the planet. That right there is what's causing most of the problems on the planet right now. That's why it's better to shop from people in your community. Like we said, farmers markets, butchers. You know what I'm saying? That moms and pop shops.
Yeah, people
Go to
that
the
make
moms
their
and
own
pops pizza
products. Yeah,
place. Not go to the moms and pops pizza places. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Usually their
right. The
stuff is
local,
better anyway.
yeah, their ingredients, shit, their ingredients is way better than using. Yeah, that's true. Facts.
So yeah,
Yeah,
let's try to let's do that. That's how you
that's gonna
take
hurt them.
action, whether you
Ooh,
voting or
that's gonna
not.
hurt. Right.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
because every
saying? That's better than voting.
hurt their pockets.
You got because that means, and you see a lot of the
Forcing the
agendas,
change.
it do fail. They do fail when people don't like people ain't effing with that fake meat, that
Yeah,
impossible
yeah, it's not
beyond
working
meats and
out
all
for
that
them.
shit.
Right.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tanking. Those
Yeah, that's
companies are
not working out
tanking
for them.
because
Right.
people realize that fake meat is nasty and it's filled with chemicals,
And
and it's not healthier.
yeah, and the thing about it, give thanks to the having the internet. That's one of the upsides of the internet, that information is spreading. People getting to see how that stuff is being processed, so people able to see it. You know what I mean? And make their own decision. Like, nah, I'm not messing with that. So that's one of the upsides of the internet, that the information travels real fast. So
Right.
that's why it's crippling a lot of their ideas, because the information is traveling so fast and people are able to make decisions based off the fact that the information is being put out there. You know what I mean? So that's why we're going to keep putting the information out there and
Fact.
reinforcing it so people can make their own decisions. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to put the information out there. Everybody can't be, docile and passive and just not tapped in. It has to be somebody out here telling the information as it is. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man.
Facts.
I mean, make sure y'all support our shop. Y'all can hit the Cash App up if y'all want. Y'all can, hit the dollar sign on the corner, and super chats and super stickers and memberships. And that's the way we, keep supporting us. So we
For
appreciate
y'all
y'all.
watching on TV, y'all can definitely scan the QR code
Yeah, the
on
QR
your
code in the
phone and it
corner.
take you straight to the website, or you can scan it with your phone. You can just snapshot it
Right.
and then screenshot it and then go to the link from there. Like, so yeah, so make sure y'all definitely hit that like button if y'all haven't shared this video, and we want to thank y'all for tuning in, man.
Yep.
nightandayherbals.com. We up out of here.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.